Item number 17, turn to, or vote to come out of executive session. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion served.
And a second.
Second.
Second. All in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimous approval to come out of executive session. Number 18, consider action concerning the economic development and industrial park. No action taken at this time. Number 19, city manager report.
I have nothing additional tonight.
Number 20, city council. Councilman Bothroyd.
Nothing tonight.
Councilman Channel.
You had to ask, so I'm gonna lay it on you. Me and Williams went out and looked at our old wastewater plant. If you haven't been out there lately, every one of you ought to go look at it. In one spot, like the second level where their pumps are, they have like 3 pumps that are about this tall. This one's dead. This one's about dead. And this is we run all the time. And the one they run all the time, it's shooting water out about waist high because it's been repacked so many times they can't repack it. And that's their good one. So it's quite a deal out there. And those guys, you know, and another thing I want to bring up, I don't know how we need to do it, but when we have those half-day orientations, I think the other half-day, the new incoming ones should have to go look at some of this stuff that we're dealing with.
We did that with the water plant and all that before.
We've done that in the past.
Had tour a water plant.
I guess they didn't
Did it
want
with the low water dam.
I guess they didn't want me to come down.
Mr.
We did.
Williams had been going around looking at several of those during the election process, and so that's why we didn't know what he had seen, what he hadn't seen, but we would be glad to schedule tours of any of our facilities that you all would like to see.
I'd like to nominate Case to shovel those beds next time.
But I think you can very
You need a motion?
easily see we were justified in doing the new wastewater treatment.
Oh, yeah, it's, which I never doubted it anyway, but, and the lids on those digesters, man, it's a pitiful mess out
It
there.
is, and it's not only in the floodplain, it's in the floodway.
And I'd say, anything those 2 guys out there call and want, you give it to them. Because if they don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. They're tough for sticking out with what they got.
Eric's the guy that's the new guy out there that stuck it
Eric
out
is
for how
7
long?
months.
And once I was taken through the tour, I completely understand why you have a change of hands over there all the time. Chris has stuck it out in a great hand. I asked Eric, I said, "Are you gonna stick it out?" And he smiled and he said, or I think I asked him what his initiative was, and he looked over there at the hill at the new one being built. That's what's keeping him on board, because the workload, the responsibility is just to keep that going. I wouldn't hang.
And everything we looked at, they would have 3 or 4, but they're like, this one's dead, we can't get nothing for it. This one, it's on hospice. This is our good one over here, and it's shake, rattling, and rolling. Everything in that place.
Every part out there is questionable, whether they can get it, whether it's manufactured anymore, and some of it's not. And then because of the supply chain interruption, they're waiting months on parts.
And then, of course, at this point, we will
it's
not
bad.
reinvest in that plan any more than necessary,
Right.
because we'll be moving to that.
We're just about 20 years late on that deal.
We are on
It's
more
bad.
than just.
On a number of things. On a number of things. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna push to buy those guys a scooper out there. And y'all's gonna vote for it too.
Okay. Councilman Long.
Red Brick Nights is returning this season, so our first one's going to be June 26th. So we're looking forward to Red Brick Nights returning to the streets of Guthrie.
Fireworks.
Fireworks,
Fireworks.
yep, we'll be on that night as well.
Firework time. Be great.
It's the week before 4th of July.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the first Saturday falls on July 3rd, which is Calvin's busiest day. So in order to get the free show, we had to move the week before, and I don't blame him. It's a big job, and we appreciate him doing it.
Councilman Taylor.
I heard that too. That's great. Thank you, staff. I know you guys put a lot of time into this, from Leroy to everybody. I mean, you guys are working overtime, so I really appreciate y'all doing that. That's it.
Councilman Williams?
Good.
Vice Mayor Case?
I think I said it.
Okay. All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're adjourned.